Hi everybody, welcome to my latest video. This one is a long one, but a good one, packed with a whole bunch of different things. I do some fermented sauce making. I visit my friend Silent Carrie and look at the windows at her house. I give a little tour of the building I worked on at her place for a while. Sinead and I go into town and I force her into some seed theft. I go to a Mexican event, I clean the pool, I tend to some olive trees with an amazing new tool, and probably some other stuff that I'm forgetting. And maybe I'm just spoiling the entire video by talking about it all right now, but I think it's a good video, so I hope you'll stick with me, I hope you'll watch it, and I'll see you again at the end. Good morning everybody, it's rainy and wonderful, and I'm gonna go down to the garden and grab some chilies. I did a little bit of pointing last night, which maybe you can see behind me. I'm just gonna do a little bit here and there, and I've got work to do still on the window. So I'm gonna plug away at that little by little, but since it's raining today, I'm gonna take the day off, grab some chilies and get them fermenting, because I think fermented chili sauces are delicious and nutritious, and I've got some spicy ones down there. I put a single ghost chili into a giant vat of curry that I made yesterday, and it nearly blew our heads off. So Sinead likes spicy food, I have some friends that love spicy sauces, and I've got loads of chilies here, so I'm gonna pick some ghost chilies and get them fermenting. So I think these are ghost chilies. I think that there should be a label in here somewhere. Or maybe not. Maybe the internet will tell me, but they look pretty ferocious. So let's grab some red ones. And let's take the green ones too. Why not? Maybe I'll do a mix of different chilies, actually. I've got some other ones that are unknown as well. One thing I did notice is I have this lemon. It must have fallen from the tree. Could it be the first lemon of the season? I don't know. If it is, it's the only one. The Lone Ranger. That can go in there too. The recipe calls for a bunch of chilies, some garlic, some ginger, fresh turmeric, which I don't have. Maybe I can use some powdered stuff, I don't know. And the usual brine. And I'm not really sure what else. Let's put some of these guys in. What are they? Wildcat. That looks like a pretty serious chili. It can go in the mix as well. Maybe, what's this guy? Another, oh, here we go. This one is also Wildcat, but looking a bit different. Let's take this fat guy. And then over here, I think we've got more jalapenos. And let's see what this one is. Also Wildcat. So I don't know what the deal is with this Wildcat pepper, but we've got lots of things looking very different. And this one here, ghost chili, and this looks like the ones that I've already got. So these ones are ghost chilies. They are serious business. And I'm gonna make a very spicy chili sauce. So I think that'll do. I've got some jalapenos that I've already picked up at the house to top off these chilies. And actually, the recipe also calls for some limes. And fortunately, I have a lime tree. So just think it needs a little bit of lime juice. So we'll take one lime. Hopefully that'll do. And I also want to point out the abomination behind me that is my swimming pool. It's definitely done for the season, so I'm gonna empty that, scrub it out, and put the top on it, and leave it for the season. I have loads of different tasks to do outside. I've got to tend to the olive trees, just clear up around the place, prepare for firewood coming. Just got lots of jobs, so I've been very focused on the window, and I will continue plugging away at that little by little. I need to see the window guy first, which I'm hoping to go to tonight. And then lots of indoor tasks while it's raining as well. So I'm gonna get out of the weather and go ferment some chilies. So the weather has taken a glorious turn. This is the view from my windowsill. And this is what I've got going on. I've moved the operation to this lovely location, and basically I've got some garlic, 6 cloves, a bunch of ginger, that's going in here. Got a big bowl of chilies, some are looking very ferocious. some lime juice, a couple tablespoons, a pinch of salt. Let's do another one just for the hell of it. A bit of pepper. And it all basically goes in and then gets blended up. And I thought there was more to it than that, but really, it's incredibly simple. First of all, check out how beautiful this one is. Multicolored. So I've got a mix of ghost chilies, wildcat chilies, a whole bunch of things, jalapenos, some mystery chilies, and I'm basically just gonna stick them all in there, give it a blend, and then you leave it on the counter for, I think, two to 5 weeks. Get down. I might have gone overboard there, but oh well. And I feel like blending this is going to be very, very rewarding. And that it might fire at me. All right. I've made a horrible mistake. That chili stuff is very, very potent, and it's flying at me, and the chili gases are coming for me as well, so I might empty part of this out and mix it up in batches. Be gone. Okay, a little bit at a time. It just seems like the safe thing to do, because I don't have a gas mask available, and this stuff is very spicy. That's more like it. Okay, the mix is made, and holy crap, I definitely should have been wearing a gas mask for this, because that is some serious fumes that was coming off of this. Possibly a smaller jar, or maybe I'll double the batch up. I don't know. But this is going to be a spicy one, so let's just leave this one. Let's just leave this one as a small batch. So this is it, pre-ferment. And now I guess it sits for a little while. And one thing I will say is, what a lovely space this is for working. So it's kind of almost a shame that this is going to be my dishes doing area, but maybe I'll also try to incorporate some kind of a workspace over here so I can stand and enjoy this glorious, glorious view beyond the scaffolding. So Sinead and I are here in Fundao, enjoying a couple of beers. Hi Sinead.
Hi, hi.
Underneath this beautiful tree, which I think is called a tilia, and also known as a lime tree. But Sinead is on Google Lens seeing what that tells us.
Sinead is trying to use Google Lens and is
Failing. Okay, maybe we'll never know. But what I have noticed is that there's some seed pods here. Too high up for the likes of me, but Sinead is a tall person, so I'm wondering if she can get some, because these trees give some seriously beautiful shade. They're all around Portugal, they line the roads, and I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. And I feel like you might need some of these on your land. What say you?
Do you want me to climb the tree?
I want you to come here with your tallness. Follow me. And get some of those long guys. so much grace. There. Amazing. This is the one.
Not a professional jumper.
Thank you. Cool. Maybe there's seeds in here. Maybe they'll grow trees. We don't really know. Maybe it's a lime tree. Maybe it's a tilia tree. Maybe it's something else.
I don't know how to use Google Lens.
And Sinead does not know how to use Google Lens.
That'd be ours to figure it out.
A project for another day. I got what I wanted. And now let's finish our beers. Cheers. So I'm here at my friend Silent Carrie's place, where she's got this beautiful straw bale building that I've done a whole bunch of work on. I did most of the render for this. I didn't do the bales. I did do some of the roof structure with my natural building mentor Barbara, and I built this entire front wall almost single-handedly out of cob. So this thing is 1/2 meter wide, just about, and this is solid clay, straw, sand mix. And the idea is that you get the sunlight hitting the front cob wall and it creates thermal mass and it radiates the heat through. And then the rest of the building is straw bale. These walls here and the north side wall there. And then this wall here is actually concrete block. It's connected to the existing structure. And the reason I'm here is because the guy who I want to do my windows did the windows for this build. And so I came to say hello and to investigate the windows. I also, within this structure, decided to make some little cob alcoves. And in this one, we've got a bird's nest. The birds have vacated, but the nest remains. So it's really cool. The building construction is on hold for the moment, but it's going to be an amazing space when it's all finished, and I'm really happy that I had a part in doing the build. So this is the window that Manel, the window guy, built. I really like this sort of fastening. It opens inward, which is what I want. I also want a screen in the front of my windows. And I kind of like the design where you have the sort of lines. So you've got the squares inside the window. But we'll see what he can do. I'm not going to be massively picky. Having a window that works is fine with me. So it's really nice wood he uses. It's really nice construction. And he does a really great job, I think. I also really like this feature above where I put that log in as the upper border to hold the cob above. And as you can see, there's still more work that needs to be done up there as well. So this has been a really fun project, ongoing. It's how I paid my rent when I was staying here during COVID. I basically just came and worked on the house in the days. We've got some insulated wattle and daub, so it's just light clay straw in the middle of that. And we've got another window over here. Nice and cobwebby with the top wooden structure up there. And yeah, you see you've got a window box and then the frame and then the window itself. So I need to figure out how to stick in a window box or get him to do a window box that's going to fit inside the stone thing that I made. And I think the guy is available to do the work from next week onwards. So I love the space. It's a beautiful building made of amazing materials. It was really fun to work on. And yeah, I love that I can come here and get some inspiration from her amazing windows. And so I'm back. This is a metal window. Definitely more sturdy, less movement, might last longer, less maintenance, but not as pretty as a sexy wood window, let's be honest. But what I want to show you is this screen. And to be fair, the screen is not really doing its screening purposes at the moment, but it's just a simple frame, and I'm hoping the window guy can make one for me as well and have that sort of sit in the front of the window. So windows are really on my mind. I'm really letting them catch my attention. And while we're talking about windows, I also have this one, and it's in the door. That was the inspiration for my door, with the beautiful cladding, trim on the bottom, little fuzzy thing down there, tongue and groove. But this one has this feature, which is very cool. I have the porthole. Eventually I'll make a little shutter for the porthole. But yeah, I'm on to windows. I'm into windows right now, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, everybody. It's a stunningly beautiful day, and I'm ready to get down to the land. I'm going hunting for something very special. I have a squash plant that has been creeping along my third terrace. They're surprise squash. They're volunteers. They just popped up out of the compost bin and they've been creeping their way along the grass for a while, but I want to trim the grass and I don't want to obliterate the squash in the process. Plus, they look like they're ready, so I'm gonna dive into this basically mess and see how many squash I can uncover. So I feel like I've spotted quite a few of these guys hiding in here. I don't know where they are. I feel like a lot of them are kind of over in the grass. Here's one. All right. Oh, there's another one. So I've got some. There's another guy. So I've got some squash hunting to do. So I'm definitely a hands-off style gardener. I like to prepare the soil, put some thought into what I plant next to each other, do some companion planting. But generally after that, I don't really fertilize. I sort of just leave it. Maybe I'll do a bit of comfrey tea here and there. I'll prune my tomatoes. I haven't really gotten around to pruning my cucumbers. So yeah, I'm kind of neglectful. I'm a neglectful gardener. And so when I see this happen, things just grow themselves, I am very, very happy. I love a good volunteer, especially when it's something as delicious and wonderful as a butternut squash. And I'd say I've got quite a few of them under this. And I guess the tricky thing is gonna be actually finding them, because this grass is pretty nuts and the vines have been creeping all over the place. So I'm gonna carry on with my butternut squash hunt, and it's gonna be interesting because it looks like the vine is expanding and there's even more baby ones on the way. So this is awesome. I'm a fan. I'm gonna use these to hopefully trade for some tomatoes. I love to barter, and I'll definitely have too many squashes, I think, in amongst this. So I'm just gonna carry on the squash hunt and see if you can guess how many I get out of this mass. I think there's a few more in there, not 100% sure, but give it a guess in the comments, and at the end of the video, I'll show you the haul and let you know if you were right. So the butternut squash have been picked, and that means I can drain the swimming pool. I think the reason they've done so well down there and the reason the grass is so bushy is because when I open this tap here, the pool water drains through the pipes and goes down to just in front of the compost and just drains out there. I haven't been using chlorine in the pool this year. I've basically just been draining it and refilling it as needed, and that's been okay because I have a lot of water running through the land and it just works. But as you can see, things are a little terrifying. So let's drain this out and we'll give it a clean and then stick the cover on and retire the swimming pool for the season. So that nasty, swampy pool water is gonna take a little while to drain. And in the meantime, while I wait, I've got an exciting tool to share with you. So any of you guys out there who've watched my channel, even just for a little while, will know about my love of the Tool of Joy. This thing is amazing. It's by KebTech. I absolutely love this thing. It's made my life so much easier, and now I have a new Tool of Joy, and this one is more powerful and it has the most wonderful feature. It's on a stick and it's awesome. I haven't actually tried it out on the tree yet, but I'm very excited to give it a go. This thing expands a lot, so it's gonna really let me get way up into the trees. I mean, look at this thing. It's so cool. I just want to give it a go. So let's get this thing on some dead branches. I've got a lot of crazy looking stuff there, a bunch of crazy looking stuff over there, and the tree in front of my house is also extremely crazy. So let's get this guy out and see if we can snip off some of those dead branches. So I think I'll start here. Though the tree is looking pretty amazing, it's got loads of olives on it. It does have a few dead branches, and they're very stabby and annoying when you actually start to pick the trees. So olive season isn't until November, but getting off this dead stuff will make our lives a lot easier when we actually do come to pick them. So I'm really excited about this tool. It's a little bit more powerful and more robust than the one I already have. And as I said, the one I already have, it's nicknamed the Tool of Joy. I absolutely love the thing. It's incredibly handy for pruning all sorts of things, and it really does rip through some thick branches. So I have a lot of hope for this one as well. And basically you turn it on here at the top, push the button, get a little beep, do a double pump. So it's meant to be child-proof. I don't think a kid could figure out those combinations to get this thing on, because this is a really powerful tool and you wouldn't want any little fingers getting stuck in there. It's got two settings, one for thicker branches, and then if you hold it, it'll go for thinner branches, which allows you to work more quickly. It's got a little LED screen on there to show you battery life. And now that I've got it, let's go big. Now that I've got it all turned on and ready to go, we go down here where you've got the stick trigger, and that's what controls everything. So I've shortened this up because the branch is just right here, but it goes really, really long, and it's going to be a wonderful addition into my toolkit. So let's snip some stuff. Oh baby. So I've got just a little branch there, something a bit thicker still, so this thing is really crunching through some serious branches, and it'll make cleaning up my trees very fun. My aim is a little off, but nothing a little bit of practice can't fix. And I feel like I'll be getting a lot of practice because this is just so amazingly enjoyable. And it's really crunching through some pretty thick branches, which is wonderful. Perhaps I should put some eye protection on for falling stabby branches. I think I'm in love with this thing. We've got a big one coming down. Ah! It's amazing. I got a lot of free stuff, and I gotta say that these two pruners that I've got from KebTech are definitely among my favorite things, and I gush about them a lot, and I know a lot of people have bought these because I've mentioned it in the comments, and they also love them. So if you're somebody that does a lot of pruning, I would definitely recommend electric pruners, and I'm really happy so far with this KebTech brand. It really is just so joyful. And it's nice to see these dead branches finally going down. And since I'm gushing about these tools, I thought I'd bring out the original Tool of Joy, because this little guy is perfect for snipping off these bottom suckers. So basically, you can work as a team and have somebody on sucker duty down low to the ground and somebody doing the stuff high up, and could really make short work of tidying up the olive trees in time for harvest season in mid-November. So this thing comes in its own handy little carrying case. It has 2 batteries, and each battery is said to last 3 to 4 hours of working, which is amazing. And while you use one of the batteries, you charge the other one up. So really, you could just keep working all day because the batteries don't really take that long to charge. So I've been working hard, snipping at the tree, and here's some of the carnage. And those clippers definitely got through some serious branches, and it's all very rewarding. I did try to focus on the dead branches, but there was some collateral damage here and there. And I really can't say that the tree looks better for the haircut. It's looking very, very sad, but I think getting rid of all this dead crap makes it look a lot less creepy, that's for sure. I'll probably need to get up there with a saw and finish some things off, maybe get this gnarly guy, but for the most part, it's gonna let way more light in the winter, and I'll get a actual tree pruning friend to come and help me with this when the pruning season is after we pick the olives. So I've got loads of branch stuff to clear out, partly because I'm going out this evening and need to move my car, also because this is a public track, and also because I just need to get them out of my face. But the trees are looking a lot better. The dead branches are off of these two without too much collateral damage. And now I've got a swimming pool to clean. Yay. So I'll have to clear those branches away very soon. My plan is just to put them into a pile on my 3rd terrace and then to do a burn pile, unfortunately, because we don't yet have a wood chipper, but that's okay. I don't usually do burn piles, so doing them once in a while, especially for the stabby dead branches that aren't really great for mulch, I'm okay with that. But right now, I've got a really gross swimming pool to clean. So it's super scuzzy in here. It's a little chaotic down here as well. It's been rainy and windy, blowing everything around. I've got my floaty ring in here, willy-nilly, and uh-oh, I left the hose on. I did it again, and I do it often, and a lot of you guys have given advice about setting a timer or putting an elastic band on my wrist or anything really, because I should know by now that I'm not the type of person that seems to remember when I leave a hose on. So it's on my neem tree once again. That's where I left it the last time I drained the entire roughly 3,000 liters of water out of the tank. It was also onto the neem tree. It is a very prolific grower though, so at least he's appreciating it. So I hope you're happy, Mr. Neem Tree. You look pretty happy. Eventually you'll give me some lovely shade. And I actually have no idea what these things even are or how to process them, but I've got some seeds. I'll look those up on the internet. Anyway, it is a beautiful tree, and if any tree is gonna get a little extra water, I'm happy for it to be the neem. So basically, I drained the tank onto the tree, and now the spring is just draining it onto the tree as well. So let's turn all this stuff off. And it's gonna make cleaning the swimming pool a little bit more tricky, but that's okay. I guess I'm one of these people that just likes making my life a little harder than it needs to be sometimes. So in amongst here, let's get it off and let's clean the pool. So it would appear that my buffoonery knows no bounds. It has no limits. And it would have been a lot easier if there was water in here, because I could have just turned the little mini pump on that I have and had a little hose to do the cleaning. But I have no water there, so I've just got to do it old school with the bucket and the brush, and it might take a little longer than expected. But it's got to get done, and I must say it is weirdly enjoyable seeing the difference between dirty to clean. So that took way longer than I thought, but the branches are in a nice, neat pile on my third terrace, ready for burning whenever that day may come. The swimming pool has been covered and cleaned to a dubious standard, and I have my little inflatable thing in there as well. So this needs a little bit more attention. But I've got places to be. Tonight I'm going to a Mexican event of some kind. There will be food, there will be tequila, and I'll take you along with me. So I've got to get cleaned up and get ready to go out. So the pool, though it's not cleaned to the best of my ability, I'll finish it off some other day, deflate the inflatable ring, and close the pool off for the season. And I'll keep the tap open, so anytime it rains, it'll just go into the pool and out, and so it'll stay dry over the winter. But that's way too much information about the drainage of my swimming pool. I'm blabbing on as usual, and that's because it's been a really long day of work, and I'm tired. And when I'm tired, I tend to waffle on. And I'm waffling on now, but at least I'm taking you on a nice little walk on this very gorgeous evening. So I've got to get ready to go out, and I'll see you again from the Mexican event. What's up, Larry? Are you hanging out with the squash? How many are there? 7? 7, you say? There are 7 squash. And Larry is enjoying the sunshiny window. Watch out. Move your butt, Larry, so people can see the squashy haul. They're all looking very lovely, and there's plenty more of them on the way. And I'm really quite excited about this discovery of my surprise squash plant. And Larry is definitely loving life. So I'm gonna try to barter some of these for tomatoes to make a chutney, and with the rest of them, I'm gonna make a soup because we're getting into soup season. It's time to get snuggly, Larry. This guy's always snuggly. And I'll be back to work on the window very soon. I feel like I'm going to try to make my own wooden window box. After all, I have some ideas. And I just need to get on with things. The cats are definitely going to love that windowsill with the winter sun streaming in through the window. The future window, as of right now. There is no window, but it's coming. Well, actually, I don't know if it's coming. I still need to talk to the guy. But I am going to tackle the window box myself. I'm going to get started on that today, so it'll come in a future video. My thinking is that if I screw it up, I'll just take it out and start over. He can do one for me. I think how the windows are designed, I can do something that's not completely perfect and it'll still be okay. So I'm feeling a little bit more confident than I was after looking at some other windows. So the Mexican night was really fun. Thanks to the kitchen table for hosting a wonderful event. I've got their link to their Facebook page below. And unfortunately, I filmed half of the event on slow motion. I don't know what happened to my camera, but everything went slow and the quality isn't great. So I was only able to share a little bit of the evening, but the food was delicious, had lots of fun, and it was just a great night out, something a little different. So this video has been quite busy with a lot of different things, and I'm going to say goodbye. But before I do, I've had a bunch of you suggest that I cut off the black stuff off of Success, our little avocado tree friend. So let's just snip off a few bits here. And hopefully this helps her in her recovery. I'm going to continue monitoring the situation. It already looks like some of the, oh no, the blackness is over here. So we'll see how this goes. And I'm going to keep a little eye on these little leaves here for sure. I feel like they're growing and that gives me some hope. So success. I hope you come good, hope you do well, and I'll keep everybody posted. Okay, I'm gonna end the video here. It's been a long one, but a good one with a lot of stuff packed in. And I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions or comments, leave them below. I love chatting with people in the comments. I love getting any kind of constructive advice. If you have any questions, I'll aim to answer them. And yeah, just really like hearing from people. If you like the video, give it a like. And if you're in the market for electric pruners, which if you do a lot of pruning, you should be, it will change your life, then I can really recommend the KebTech brand. All the details are below for the ones that I demonstrated in the video, and they make some other cool stuff as well. So yeah, check that out if you do some pruning. And I hope the tool of joy will bring you joy as well. But enough of that stuff. Goodbye from this video. It's been long enough already. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.